What's the farthest you've gone to avoid an ex? I may have ducked and hit a couple of times, but that it's nothing extreme. Because you feel like the universe sometimes just sets you up. And it's like, this is stuff that only happens in movies. And no, there you are. You've let your guard down. You're just out and about. And then poof, the whatever word you want to insert there that cannot be said on the radio shows up. and now you're trying to scurry to hide.
Yeah, so this week on my podcast, if you didn't know, I have a podcast all about insane breakup stories. It's called The Breakup Breakdown. And this week I interviewed somebody whose ex went to the extremes, at least in my opinion, to avoid her. So if you have a crazy story about how you or maybe your ex has gone to the extremes to avoid you, or you've gone to avoid them, give us a call at 1-855-BERT-SHOW. That's 1-855-237-8746. I want to know about the most extreme thing you've done to avoid an ex. So what happened in this story was that it was this girl who was hooking up with this guy at her gym. It was like a casual thing. It was on the low. And turns out she found out through one of the other people that attends some of the same classes at that gym that not only does he have a whole girlfriend, they're living together. Ooh. And she's actually the side piece. And so she's like, well, now I don't want to be a part of this.
Of course not.
So what ends up happening is that she breaks things off with this guy. Obviously, he goes a little MIA. And then his girlfriend starts showing up to the gym more, trying to stake her claim, make it known that this is her man. And it gets to the point where I guess the girlfriend was so uncomfortable that his ex-fling was still around at the gym that I don't know if it was her that put it in his mind that she needed to stop going to this gym, but he offered her money for her to stop coming to the gym.
To pay her out of her gym contract?
Yeah. So he was like, well, we can refuse services. We have the right to tell you not to come to this gym. But she's like, I love working out. I love coming to this gym. So what happens is he gives her a call. He's like, hey, you got to stop coming. And she's like, well, if you can pay me for everything, all the months that I've paid, I'll go find someplace else. That's the only way you can make this right. So it ends up being this weird back alley deal where they have to meet in a parking lot. He hops in the car, gives her a wad of cash. And he's like, I really wish I could explain myself for why you can't come to this gym anymore. But I think you know why. And so now she's on the hunt for a new gym because she can't go anymore because his girlfriend doesn't want her around anymore.
Do we know how much money it was?
It was $1,100.
What?
I know.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
And I'm in the boat of wow, he's really going to the extremes. But I could imagine if you're really protective over your man, you might be on the side of thinking, well, he just did everything it took to protect that relationship.
Can't put a price on love.
Yeah, $1,100 is apparently the price.
Right. But is it really love if he cheated on her to begin with?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
At that point, the damage is done. But the thing I haven't mentioned yet was that in this relationship, the original one to begin with, the girl he was living with, they were actually expecting a baby. So the girl that I interviewed thought, she probably was having some of those crazy pregnancy hormones and maybe asked him to go to the extreme of telling her to stop going to this gym to protect the relationship.
Now you're saying he said we can refuse service. So was he an employee of the gym?
Yeah, so he was a personal trainer at the gym. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's like, yeah,
So
we have every right.
He felt like he could stake claim on the gym. I would have been like, oh.
That's nasty.
It is nasty.
And the girlfriend knew that she was involved while they were together.
Not while they were together. So they split things off. And then that's when she started showing up more and being like, this is my man. You better stay away.
OMG.
I know.
$1,100 to make her go away.
Isn't that pretty wild?
Did you go away for $1,100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I'd find another gym.
For her, she was like, I could really fight this because she said her best friend's a lawyer. But she's like, why would I want to go to this gym where they don't even want me there?
Right.
At a certain point, you have to weigh what you're willing to fight and what you're willing to put time into. And this is an instance where it's like, this is not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. I will gladly take the $1,100 and bow out and find a place where I'm going to feel comfortable and feel welcome. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those life lessons. She's, by the way, I'm not trying to like victim shame here, but that's why you don't dip your pen in the gym ink.
Yeah, she said she's done with personal trainers. And then when I asked her who she's dating now, she said a personal trainer.
Okay. Well, all right.
She's got a type. Maybe you need to get her a dating bingo card to get her out of her dating comfort zone.
We can do it together.
Yes, you can.
I'll reach out to her. That'll be fun.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.